Life doesn't warn you when a moment is going to end. It just sneaks up on you and it's the last time. You know, there was always a last time of everything, right? Last time being in kindergarten, last time being an athlete if you're an athlete. And if it hasn't come up yet, it's going to. We always like skip over so many things that are valuable to us. Like friendships, spending time with people. Like it could be something as it was just the last time for you putting on a certain uniform for a certain school. And in the moment, we never really think about it. We're always just moving on to the next thing. And there's just a real emphasis on being present, man. Like, we got to be more present. We got to be in a space where there isn't so much anxiety and fear because we're so worried about the future. But then it's also not a ton of regret because we're always worried about the past. We got to learn how to be where our feet are, to be more mindful, to just embrace the things that we have in the season of life that we're in. We can always want something and be like, imagining a different situation that we could be in, but really the beauty is just where we're at because you never know when it's gonna end, you know. And if you've ever felt like that, if you ever felt like you needed to be more present, I got a quick little monologue for you that I want you to see. So look, check it out. What's one thing that I would do? I I would spend more time with him, my grandpa. He's not around anymore, but man, I regret the decisions I made. He would always ask me to just come spend time with him and have more fun with him, but I never did. And that was the worst decision I've ever made. I was too busy chasing money, working, trying to get the status and the fame that I let go of something that I will never get back. It's heartbreaking to know I will never see him or hear from him again. I should have been there. I should have called more. I should have visited more, but I didn't. Learn from me. I would give every dollar that I've made to see him one more time. Because in this life, the thing that matters the most, it isn't the money. It isn't the success. It isn't the accolades. It isn't none of that. It's one thing that money can never buy. It's time. Time with our loved ones. Time with the people we care about the most. I hope he's up there watching me. I hope he can forgive me for not being around. Don't take for granted the ability to be present. Because you never know when that ability will get snatched from you. You know, I really wonder in life why we're always taught to not be in the present moment. Like we're taught to chase so much, and it could really just disconnect us from our natural human nature, which is to live life. And in that monologue, like I was saying, it's just like, imagine, you have people around you who you can spend so much time with and you never do, because you're never where your feet are. You're always worried about the next goal and the next accolade and the next thing, that we can just always forget to take care of the things that money can't buy. Like right now I still have a grandmother who's still alive, and it was just a perspective opener, because she called me one day and she was like, you don't call me as much. And I just thought to myself, and I was like, wow, like it's true, because I don't know how much time she has left. Heck, I don't even know how much time I have left. So one thing that we need to do is to realize what truly matters, and that's time, man. Because time, you can't buy it, you can't sell it, you can't switch it. It's here one day and then it's gone the next. The only time that we can have is the present time that we're in. And another thing is that presence is the opposite of escape. When you're in the present moment, you feel everything that's there. So if you're hurting, you're feeling it. If you're feeling good, you're feeling it. And at times we just try to escape it so much that, again, we just go through so many days, weeks, and then years, to the point where we look back and we're like, man, where'd all the time go? And the whole time, in the time that we wanted to appreciate, we're worried about something else. So it's always just important, man, to just remember presence is key. Mindfulness is key. There's a book I want to suggest. It's called, I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's by George Mumford, and it's about mindfulness. This is something that we can train with meditations and being in the present moment. It can help you with anything like performance anxiety, being more attentive to study. And when you train that muscle over and over and over again to be present in our regular day life, we'll realize we can notice when we lose our focus, because we're human. We're always going to lose our focus. We're going to go too far in the future. We're going to go too far in the past. We're going to be worried about something else. But the key is to be able to strengthen that muscle to when you notice something, you're able to notice that you're not in the present, and you can pull yourself back so that we can anchor ourselves more in this moment more often. And one thing that we forget is that time is so valuable, right? Like, you can't buy it. Like, you can work all day, hours a day, thousands of hours a day, but you will never be able to buy time. So we got a lot of people in this world who, it's gonna be the last day for us. I can just think of a scenario when I was in a past relationship. Like one day, I didn't know it was gonna be the last day I was gonna be in that relationship. Granted, we enjoyed our time together, but at the same time, it's like we can always take the present moment for granted. And when we do that, that's how we often live with regret, and then we never want to deal with that regret because it hurts, so we escape the present moment even more. We got to work on just being more where our feet are, man. I know I keep saying that, but it's just an interesting thought. There's just so much love in presence. Being with people that you love, seeing somebody grow and help them accomplish something and actually being there. And like I said, we live in this society right now where we're on so much technology. We're always escaping the moment. We're always not trying to feel something. But I think that we need to take that push to get back to how we were before. Being bored, being present, and being where our feet are. Let me know what you guys think. Has there ever been a time where you felt like you wanted to be more present? And if not, how do you stay in the present moment so you can help somebody else? See you soon.